This shop really is the best. I guess I just feel more relaxed. Hey Meryl, long time no see. Ever since you made it big, we've been so lonely. Oh, if you ask for an encore, I'll come back whenever you like. After responding to the cheers of her old regular customers with a kiss, Meryl disappeared into the back of the shop protected by her guards. I want a night. There was a green room in the back. That small area was practically a girl's dressing room. Even the guards chose not to follow her in there. Of course, they had sworn loyalty to Madame Meryl, but their oath of loyalty to the consigliere was even stronger. When Meryl really wanted to talk in secret, she had to nonchalantly get rid of them. In the corner of the room, Zella and Nina were waiting, and they rose to their feet when they saw Meryl. You guys really did great this time. Excellent job bringing Rose back. Where's Rose now? Somewhere safe, right? Yeah, Leo and Wayne are with her. Please don't worry about a thing. Here's a letter from Madame Rose. Of course I didn't need her to tell me that. Hey everyone, listen up. The women in the changing room listened with serious faces. The customers and guards probably just thought they had been gathering songstresses from other shops. That wasn't true. These were all execs and contacts from the various factions of ladies of the evening. Normally, their pride made them look at each other with suspicion all the time. However, judging by their normal behavior, you would never have guessed how strongly they could untie when the going got tough. Meryl explained Rose's instructions to them all. And so at that moment, the entire information and action web of Primavera's women was in Rose's hands. Half of the world is night, half of the world is made up of women. By combining those two aspects, these ladies of the evening would serve as Rose's eyes and ears. However, the instant the piano solo ended and applause rang out, those tense faces relaxed and looked confident. And so the songstresses left the changing room with smiles, ready for their next job as though nothing out of the ordinary had happened. Let's do it, Rose. After all, Primavera belonged to ladies of the evening from the beginning. Let's take it back from those men who played Mafia all day. Fuck yes. Good. Come to think of it, there were a few women as unfortunate as her. Simply because she was an old friend of Rose's, she was always very popular among villains. There's no helping it. I've learned to accept it. Claudia struggled with a forced smile, then locked up her shop and put a sign indicating that it was closed for business. Rose was about to cross blades with Primavera. When that happened, it was possible that someone would come to take Claudia hostage, like during the Caleb days. She decided to leave the shopping district for a while to take advantage of Rose's protection. It's not easy to play the part of a princess in a tragedy. Yeah, it'd be so sad if something happened like 3 years ago. But don't worry, everyone in the shopping district will protect the Kuro Imo. Indeed, leave it to us. We'll chase off those punks. You're reliable, president of Yamapan. Are you gonna beat those punks up with that frying pan and ladle you're holding? Of course, I'll go wild with these. Hey, like totally. We're back. Like totally. It's Claudia there. No, she isn't. Blah. Hey, Miss Kimo. I hear you're Claudia. And I hear you're Madame Rose's friend. Like totally. Will you come with us a bit and be our hostage? Like totally. Hey, President, time to go wild with that frying pan and ladle. Ah, enemy craft approaching, enemy craft approaching! Arms, everyone! Somehow I knew that would be how you'd use them. Judd, you bitch! Don't tell me you plan on getting it away. Like, totally. Then what are you gonna do about it? You sure talk tough for someone who came to take a woman hostage. Are you vile punks back again? Come everyone, let's gather the whole gang and beat the stuffing out of them. Whoa, there's a whole bunch of them now. Like, totally. Let's go. Today we got a special sale running here at the Dawn Shopping District. You get 3 extra punches for free. Fucking yes. I hit that like 5 times. And just didn't acknowledge it. I could have gone for an extra one there. Fuck. Nice. Free. Nice. Save. God, John is perfect. Anyone who dislikes her is cringe. Oh, that felt great. Now I can close up shop without any regrets. I showed up a bit late, but it looks like that wasn't a problem. Of course, feels great to go wild after so long. Please. In that case, Leo, I'm in your care. First off, Madame Rose had invited you to a tea party. Your hand, please, mademoiselle. Thank you. God, that rank is sickening. Or at least that score. Chiba. I see. You'll finally be stepping down as madam too. Sorry if you're being so selfish, even after you recommended me as a madam. It's okay. It's never good to keep at it until the moment you croak. True, after all, this guy here couldn't retire until Rose beat the stuffing out of him. Anyway, leave the old Satomi to me. Richard's been keeping us nice and fat lately. He probably won't take your side. However, that's only because the winds are blowing in that direction right now. He's a cautious man. If it looks like you've got a 50% chance of winning, he'll adapt a wait-and-see attitude. The geezer probably wants to continue profiting off of Tokyo. Wait, Keith. If he sees things tilting, wait, what? Okay, this is Caleb. Okay. Fuck. If you see things tilting your way, not just 50-50, you'll be willing to offer support, I imagine. My man here will wait for the right timing. Leave it to us. We'll handle things skillfully, so that the Satomi Alliance doesn't get in the way of your work. Amanda, Caleb, thank you so much. Don't worry about it. We're Ghost of City 23. I may already be dead, but I've never forgotten the men suffering with base level wages. If only your methods weren't misguided, I'm sure you would have become a wonderful father, Caleb. If only he had enough talent to leave that job to a woman. Shut up. Now getting dizzied by these things women say is another mark of a man's talent. So I hear your princess is quitting her job as madam. If Rose has made that decision, then it must be the right one. It's not your place or mine to butt in. What will you do, Wayne? Will you keep on following Rose like the dog you are? I'm not like you. Oh? I was only won over by Rose's ideals and followed her will. And like you, I'm not going to follow her around all the time. Nice one. Still, I'm a bit surprised. I thought you'd follow her to the grave. Don't assume I'm like you. True. Well, I guess you aren't really a match for Leo. Shut up and die, damn it, Miguel. You're the one who lost to an old lady. Silence. I'm sorry, that was an accident. Shall we try that again? No, I'm good. Yeah, not old, by the way. But yes, for sure pussy whipped. Welcome, Madam Rose. It's an honor to meet you, young lord. And now I finally had a chance to greet you. It truly did take a long time, but I wouldn't say it was too late. In fact, perhaps we should say that you just made it in time. Rose finally succeeded in making contact with Sun Zilong. Of course, this would be necessary to avoid a feud between Primavera and the GDS, but that wasn't all. It would be impossible to ignore this group if they wanted to retake Primavera from Richard. Of course, making contact with Rose was exactly what the GDS wanted right now. They were especially glad that Rose believed in the GDS's innocence, undistracted by those strange letters. Since Butler's rescue had ended in failure, and their backing was gone, the Bajangbang dealing with internal struggle, this was the first good news in a while. But in actual fact, at this point in time, she hadn't found proof that the GDS were innocent. Well, you can't prove a negative. To put it in a way that would annoy men, she had trusted the GDS based solely on a woman's intuition. Doesn't annoy me. I guess it just annoys sexists. Though Udera only learned about that part later, and turned pale when he did. Giggle. However, from a woman's perspective, there were many factors that made the GDS unthinkable as the culprits. After all, if Lee really had planned to assassinate Primavera execs, he wouldn't have used such pathetic and flashy means. Men prefer evidence you can see above all else, and that's a correct way of thinking. However, when leaders make decisions, they don't always have data allowing for such a conclusive judgment. That's a really big problem when it comes to evidence, orders, and stuff, because if it's verbal, there's no evidence, right? There's nothing you can find. At times like that, men depend on so much on evidence that they latch onto any suspicious thing that claims to be evidence. True! Oh my fucking god. Because actually, this isn't just men, this is people. And the way people think is they recognize patterns. And if they believe something happened, they will see any piece of non-connecting evidence and immediately rope it into what they believe. Even if it seems contradictory to what they believe, they will spin it in their mind to avoid that cognitive dissonance. Women are different. They look at their interactions with that person in the past, slowly building up data to reach a conclusion. As a result, she was now certain that the GDS weren't guilty, but it would probably be quite difficult to get a man like Richard to understand. It's impossible to, because it doesn't matter what evidence you show. Because at this point, the difference in his brain and reality is too great. This all sounds really useful to know. And the same thing goes in reverse. After trust slowly builds up during normal times, you can trust people without evidence, then when the going gets tough. Building trust with foreign race is extremely difficult. However, over a long period of time, she underwent various hardships to let that trust grow. Without that, she wouldn't have had nowhere to turn. She would have had nowhere to turn. And she probably wouldn't have been able to join the fight in the first place. Leo, I'm glad you returned. Attractive men always need to keep improving. You should talk, pardon me, but it looks as though you've gotten sunburned. If you got any complaints, tell them to the hot girl in the bikini. She probably didn't put on enough sunscreen. Ha! King! Could you introduce me to that lady there, with whom I'm not yet acquainted? Ni hao, your Japanese is great. Quite a spirited woman she is. Welcome, miss. Welcome to the GDS. My name is Lee Meiju. I serve as the leader of Small Rock Chinatown. I know. I'm Jean Amakawa of the Don Shopping District. Amakawa of the Shopping District? Yep, I'm that Amakawa's granddaughter. My, quite an unexpected appearance of a noble lady. Apparently, Lee also knew old Amakawa's name. Everyone does except fucking me. And he seemed to understand how much influence the name of Amakawa would have on the Japanese society in C23. If Madame Rose chose you as an ally, I see. It seems the next Primavera will be quite formidable. Leo was from Edogawa, but he didn't actually know much about old Amakawa. It was only natural. Old Amakawa was a man from the world of business. There were probably many ordinary city folk who hadn't heard his name. However, most Japanese businessmen knew it. It'd probably be quite useful to have them impressed with Jean from the outset. Well, because what it does, it means they can't do those fucking sneaky trade deal memes. The mere fact that Rose had started as a lady of the evening meant that it would take some time before people started to accept her ideals. That's because of fucking prudes. I accepted her immediately. Other people might have been like, oh my god, I can't believe she's a fucking whore. Who cares? Grow up. It had taken extraordinary effort for her to exert an influence in the realms of distribution and politics. Wills also didn't help that she was a woman, but however, since that hurdle was already cleared for Jean by default, she certainly was well suited for the position of madam. Once Rose had thought about passing down influence, wealth, and force to her future countrymen in the form of Primavera. By now, both she and Leo had realized that this wasn't only a long-term and roundabout plan. Jean would inherit Primavera in the position of madam from Rose. It wasn't because Rose was lacking, it was merely because she was more suitable than it had appeared. Someone more suitable had appeared. And eventually, Jean would probably also look at her age and strength and choose to pass that situation on someone more suitable. They felt sure that this was what it meant to pass these things on to the future countrymen. While GDS would be overjoyed to see Primavera return to being in the friendly organization it once was. We promise not to do anything that will stand in your way, Madame Rose. Thank you very much, young lord. I'd like to gain that same understanding and support from forces in other cities as well. Of course, we will be gracious in offering support. But it will require a significant amount of money. What? Fuck off! You fucking greedy piece of shit. What? You're gonna get fucking ass blasted. What do you mean you want more money? I understand, I'll take care of that myself. Can you actually arrange for it, now that you have been practically removed from your position as Primavera's madam? Hey, money doesn't always come in the form of cash. If I couldn't even do that much, it wouldn't be possible for you to take our side in the first place, right? Lee, it seems she wins this round. Yes, I apologize for speaking out of turn. I'm fully aware of the delicate situation the GDS is in, so I have no intention of trying to force you to assist us beyond obtaining a promise of complete non-interference. If the worst happens and Richard and I end up bringing each other down, I would like to leave the fate of our countrymen in City 23 to you, Lee. What a bold decision. Well, I mean, to be fair, Lee isn't like a piece of fucking garbage. They'll be like, haha, all Japanese people die. The Japanese can no longer survive without interacting with foreigners. Yes! Everyone should just get over it. Stop being ethno-states. It's cringe. If they accept your rule, then a new Sino-Japanese order will be born in this land. But if they cannot accept your rule, then someone else will rise and espouse new ideals. That is the self-will of a people, which would sprout naturally among them, even without me. The heavens always select a dragon. If you truly are a chosen dragon, then surely it is unnecessary even to argue this issue. Madame Rose, you have simply accomplished what you can, nothing more, nothing less. Considering our position, we cannot assist you in any way. But there is one way, there is one way alone that we can assist you. We will not interfere in any matter with the dragon you are trying to create. Lee, perhaps we should use this as a chance to completely wipe clean the slate between us and Primavera. I agree. But what we owe and what we are owed, perhaps we should wipe them all out, all at once, this one time. So that we can build up a new relationship with the new Primavera. Miss John Amakawa. We look forward to the day when we call you Madam. I'm the one who's grateful. And so, to return our relationship to a blank slate, let us erase all our debts between us. Hey, buddy. Alan. What is it? Father, the time has come to give you back to Primavera. Yes! It's over. GG. You don't have to make it sound so dull, but I'm grateful. Looks like I'll finally be able to settle things with Keith. Kill him. You're Japanese. You're Leo Shishigami, the legendary man. Which legend do you mean? Is it about that time I ate 8 bowls of udon for lunch? I'm Alan Aramaki. I was in Siberia. I'm Leo Shishigami. I went south. You seem pretty capable. That's my line. Looks like the rumors about you were true. Leo and Alan shook hands firmly. That's all that seemed to happen between the sidelines, but perhaps they were both appraising each other in a way only they could tell. Apparently the handshake was enough to each other to tell that the other possessed considerable skill. Shalom. You lend a hand as well. If you say so, Lee. I thought you were erasing all debts. That is precisely why she stole 3 of Alan's mooncakes. We won't be even until she works enough to pay them off. She's like a cat, happy as long as you keep feeding her mooncakes. Ow. A human being wouldn't just swipe someone's mooncakes. If you steal them, you're like an animal. Fucking God. Ow, you want to have a go? What dependable reinforcements. And after you said you'd erase all debts. This much doesn't rise to the level of a debt to me. This is merely a free love given from cultural parents to their children. But you know kids always surpass their parents. If you keep patronizing us, we'll give you a taste of your own medicine someday. If you think you can surpass us, then please do try. Yeah, sure thing. Don't underestimate the Japanese. That sort of strength is the thing I want most. I can understand it well now. Wayne, when she becomes Madam, protect her and support her, like you did for me. Of course. No matter who I serve, as long as they have the ideals you found, it will be the same as if I'm continued serving you, Rose. Yeah. My ideals and yours will always be the same. Yes, Rose. From that day on, Wayne also stood by John's side, not Rose's. Good. You should stand by John's side. Hey there. Oh, have you started already started? Lots of people don't get it, but alcohol is something you drink alone when you feel like it. People who can't drink unless other people are around are like brats who can't take a piss without an escort. And I guess I'll do what I feel like doing now. You've gotten fat. You've gotten thin. Isn't it about time you started living a bit more easily instead of fighting your age? Oh? When we were young, we had the confidence and endurance to overcome any situation. But neither of us is young anymore. It's about time we learned to choose our battles. Sit this one out, Maurice. So you're telling me to learn to switch over to a more smoothly sailing ship. To go down with the sinking ship? Such a fate certainly sounds cool, doesn't it? I've got no interest in that sort of thing. I wonder if it looks to me like you're drunk on the drama of a lost cause. A gambler can't understand the soul of a soldier. True, as a gambler, I can't understand why you're so uninterested in raising your chances for victory. With their backs almost facing each other, they both lifted shot glasses at the same time. You called me here just so I could listen to you complain? Not at all. I only have interest in winning horses. Oh, I'm honored to live up to your standards. What do you say? Would it be so bad every now and then to let me trick you into getting on the winning horse? We've got no idea what you're talking about. Maurice wore a clueless smile. Don't play dumb. You've encountered this stink before, haven't you? The one that makes you know a losing war's coming. You know what I mean. Come to think of it, stink like the kale bear has been annoying my nose lately. So, how do I become this winning horse of yours or whatever? My rich Bombo in your battalion. They're practically Primavera's left and right wheels. If either is lacking, it can't run smoothly. So you're suggesting that both sides start slacking off together? During the Caleb era, you misjudged your timing. Because Cyrus held you in high regard, you were fortunate enough to avoid losing your position. However, do you really think it'll go so smoothly next time? You used Wayne Bratz as human sacrifices, right? Don't make it sound so bad. I simply gave those young men an opportunity. But who knows what Wayne will think of it. What I mean is, you won't get any more second chances. If you don't get on the winning horse this time, it really will be game over. I want him fucking dead. Won't you put yourself in my hands this one time? I know full well what you're worth, and I can explain it to them as well. So, you're telling me to take Rose's side this time? I'll coordinate matters to avoid wounding your pride. He's not going to, and he can die with Richard. Yeah, call this Shogi. Sorry. You have been taken by me, and you're now in my hand. You fought bravely, and that's all. Your pride will not be harmed. Next time you make your appearance, you'll appear as our ally. Leave everything to me, and I'll take full care to avoid wounding your soldier's soul. Won't you pretend that I've tricked you and leave yourself in my hands? How much you offering? Just what I'd counted on. I'll give you 100,000 as a deposit. When it's all over, I'll give you $1 million. Give me $1 million first. If you promise to work hard enough for all that, then I'm sure they won't hesitate to invest in you.